Girl, Jungkook and Jimin just acted like the married couple they are, and I have proof. In the new behind-the-scenes footage of Hooligan, while everyone was rehearsing, the two of them were off to the side, and Jimin lifted his shirt, showing Jungkook something with the kind of confidence that only true love can bring. Minutes later, Jimin suggested an idea for the choreography and instantly regretted it, and Namjoon and Hobi's laughter confirmed that this is typical of them as a couple. Then came the moment that really got me thinking. Jimin mentioned videos that rate pets, and Jungkook responded instantly, like someone who shared that couch and that content time and time again. And to top it all off, Jungkook's bare arms during rehearsal just shattered the theory about the supposed couple tattoo that everyone's been making up. Stay tuned until the end, there's more. As soon as the videos of the Hooligan rehearsal started circulating, we all saw something very clearly in the first 5 seconds. Jimin and Jungkook were together the entire time. While everyone else was getting ready to dance, the two of them stayed at the back of the room, very close together. It was there that Jimin lifted his shirt to show something to Jungkook, a gesture of deep trust that only happens when two people have a very close and special relationship. It's incredible to see how, even in the middle of an important rehearsal, Jimin and Jungkook kept seeking each other out. Throughout the entire recording, they stayed close, sharing smiles and unique moments that demonstrate how well they get along. It's clear that for them, being together is the most important thing of the day, and that flirtatious behavior is a clear sign that they are always looking out for each other, no matter who is watching. The way they treat each other is very sweet, and it's evident that this Jikook connection is real and constant. There's no need to look for complicated explanations to understand what's going on between them, because the images speak for themselves. Seeing them share those moments of connection, while the others practice, confirms that their relationship is that natural, always being that close pair that all fans admire and enjoy watching. During a rehearsal of Hooligan, Jimin wanted to improve the choreography and suggested a new dance move. He confidently proposed it to Hobi and Namjoon to get their opinions. It's clear that Jimin always wants everything to be perfect for his performances and takes his work very seriously. It's this hard-working attitude that makes us love him so much, because he always strives to make every detail of the dance look flawless for all of us. The funniest and most genuine part of this moment was what happened after Jimin shared his idea. When he realized that this new move meant having to practice much longer and getting more tired than usual, he instantly regretted it. He was very direct in showing that, although he wants perfection, he also knows when it's time to rest. This reaction was completely typical of him and gave us a very honest glimpse into what happens when fatigue sets in during rehearsals. In the end, these kinds of spontaneous situations let us see what Jimin is really like when he's working with the group. Watching him ask for something and then beg to go rest is part of his personality and what makes the behind-the-scenes videos so entertaining. Thanks to these moments, we were able to better understand the effort they put into each choreography and how Jimin handles the pressures of rehearsal in such a human and straightforward way. Jikook has a very special way of interacting when they're together, turning any situation into a series of inside jokes and banter that completely transform the atmosphere. It's very clear how, as soon as they're near each other, they start interacting in a way only they seem to understand, creating a fun little chaos around them. This behavior demonstrates how comfortable they feel with one another, as they don't need to force it to show the trust they share. It simply flows naturally in everything they do, making it easy for us to notice their closeness. A moment that made this very clear was when Jimin started mentioning those popular online videos that rank dogs and cats. Interestingly, as soon as Jimin brought up the topic, Jungkook immediately responded, confirming what he was saying, without needing any further explanation or context to understand each other. This quickness to go along with each other is a clear sign that they spend time together watching the same kind of content, which confirms that they have shared tastes and very fluid communication in their daily lives. What truly makes this moment so precious is the simplicity with which it unfolds, without them needing to say anything more. Jungkook's reaction demonstrates that they are on the same wavelength, as if they were sharing a part of their private lives that occasionally surfaces during rehearsals. With the release of this new dance rehearsal, we were presented with a very clear opportunity to see Jungkook's arms with complete clarity, making things extremely easy for everyone to understand. Since his arms were fully exposed during the choreography, it was perfectly clear that the area where some people swore there was a couple's tattoo is, in fact, completely clean. It's important to pay attention to these details because facts are the only thing that truly matters when we want to know the truth, setting aside any fabrications or stories that others might try to create. It's evident how many people dedicate themselves to creating entire narratives based solely on shadows, slightly blurry images, or low-quality videos, all in order to fuel unfounded theories. It's very common to see them trying to force explanations where there are none, forgetting that reality is always much more straightforward than they imagine. While some people continue to cling to their own fabricated ideas, Jungkook simply continues his work on the rehearsal, and each new video proves, once again, that these assumptions about shared tattoos are nothing more than products of the imagination. Ultimately, this video is direct proof that adds to the long list of facts demonstrating the truth of the matter. For all those who still cling to these stories that have no basis in reality, this rehearsal invites us to see the situation as it is, without complications and without adding irrelevant interpretations. Big Hit released behind-the-scenes footage of the Hooligan rehearsal yesterday, and in just a few seconds, Jimin and Jungkook showed us exactly what happens when they're together away from the spotlight. While the rest of the team focused on logistics, the two of them remained in their own world, sharing jokes, laughter, and that natural chemistry that's unique to their relationship. It's very clear that, when they're with each other, their behavior becomes much more relaxed and authentic, allowing them to enjoy moments of real fun amidst the intense workdays that the tour demands. One of the most striking moments in this video occurs when Jimin, during a joke, shows Jungkook his Calvin Klein underwear. This action provoked an immediate and very close reaction from both of them, confirming that the level of trust they share allows them to joke around in such a direct way. There's no need to look for complicated explanations to understand what this means. It's simply a gesture that demonstrates the great comfort they share when they're in an environment where they can be themselves, completely unaware of the cameras around them. What makes these few seconds of video so special is the way Jimin and Jungkook transform any pause into an opportunity to connect. Whether they're waiting for the next take or just finishing an exhausting session, a knowing smile or spontaneous interaction always emerges, keeping that closeness alive. Seeing them behave this way confirms that their connection isn't limited to the stage, but is part of their daily lives. These moments captured by the camera are clear proof of their constant relationship and how they prioritize each other at all times. Beyond what we see, these moments make it clear that for Jimin and Jungkook, work and their personal relationship are inextricably linked. It's fascinating to note how, even when they're tired from the physical exertion of dancing, each other's presence is enough to liven up the atmosphere and generate an instant positive reaction. It's details like these that reinforce what many of us have always observed, their ability to make each other laugh and support one another, turning every second behind the scenes into a direct sign of how deeply connected they are as a couple. Seeing these images shared yesterday, it's clear that there's no need to force anything to notice the spark that characterizes them. The natural way Jimin and Jungkook interact, from their lighthearted banter to simply being close together in the back of the room, tells a story that needs no words. It's a record that reinforces the idea that their connection is genuine, and for those of us who closely follow their journey, each of these moments is further confirmation of the relationship they themselves demonstrate with every spontaneous gesture they make in front of others. The upcoming Paris Fashion Week, scheduled for June 23rd to 28th, has captured the attention of fans, especially with June 24th being highlighted as the key date for the Dior show. As Jimin is the brand's global ambassador, it's inevitable that his name will top the list of expected figures at this event. Although there's no official confirmation yet, the possibility of his attendance is a major topic of discussion, as it would represent a crucial opportunity to reaffirm his position and professional relationship with one of the world's most prestigious fashion houses. If Jimin's attendance is confirmed, the impact on digital platforms will be immediate and massive, with a constant flow of images and videos from the moment he appears on the streets of Paris. The truth is, no one wears Dior collections with the same confidence and style as him. Jimin has demonstrated that he doesn't just wear a brand, but elevates each design to a higher level, transforming a simple outfit into a piece that captivates the entire fashion industry. This ability to rise above the common standards is what makes his potential presence such a significant event for all of us who follow his career. As we prepare for this possible appearance, the anticipation centers on being able to admire every detail of his look in high definition, from the choice of fabrics to the combination of accessories. For fans, this isn't just about following a fashion event, but about recognizing Jimin's consistent work and how he has managed to carve out his own space in such a competitive industry. The dedication with which he presents himself to an international audience is a reflection of his commitment, and each appearance is direct proof of why he has been chosen to represent Dior in front of millions of people around the world. This waiting period feels like a crucial step for those of us who want to see him walk the runway as the central figure he is within the brand. Seeing Jimin in Paris is not only a visual delight, but also a source of pride that marks a milestone in his professional career, solidifying his status as an icon who transcends borders. For now, all that remains is to stay tuned for any official announcement confirming his participation, with the certainty that, if it materializes, it will be another one of those moments where he demonstrates, through his actions, why he has earned his current place in the world. Ultimately, the importance of this event lies in Jimin's consistency in projecting his image and professionalism globally. Every time he appears at events of this magnitude, he becomes the main attraction, which is why the possibility of seeing him this June 24th in Paris is generating so much attention. All indications suggest that, if he is present, the impact will be absolute, making it clear that his influence on fashion is not a coincidence, but rather the result of his unique way of representing the elegance and style that Dior seeks to project in its new collections for the world. Jungkook's song Dreamers has once again become the focus of significant discussion during the broadcast of the program Tiki Taka, featuring renowned former South Korean national team player An Young-hwan. During the segment, the commentators analyzed in detail the historical significance of Jungkook's performance at the opening ceremony of the 2022 FIFA World Cup Qatar. They emphasized that his performance marked an undeniable milestone, as he was the first K-pop artist to perform on such a massive stage, cementing a moment that has already become part of global sports and music history. According to the experts on the program, Dreamers has transcended the label of simply being a song released for a specific tournament, becoming a fundamental piece that remains relevant today. One of the participants shared their personal experience, confidently stating that this song holds a special place on their list of favorite World Cup-related tracks, confessing that they still listen to it frequently years after the tournament's conclusion. This concrete fact demonstrates that Jungkook's music transcended the sporting moment, establishing itself as a constant touchstone for those who enjoyed the tournament and continue to recognize the technical and emotional quality of his solo work. What truly sets this song apart from other motivational tracks is the profound message it conveys, which was the subject of detailed analysis by the panelists. Unlike other compositions that focus exclusively on concepts such as victory, overcoming physical obstacles, or adrenaline rushes, Dreamers takes a different approach by directly addressing those who have the vision to believe and succeed. It was explained that this feeling of hope can be even more inspiring than any traditional motivational speech, connecting with the spirit of Dreamers in a unique, authentic, and deeply human way. It's important to emphasize how the relevance of this song has remained undiminished since its original release in 2022, unanimously recognized as one of the most emblematic songs of that international tournament. The fact that prominent figures in the sports world, such as An Young-hwan, take the time to publicly acknowledge the value of this musical work underscores the importance Jungkook has gained through his solo efforts. These records and opinions allow us to confirm, with objective facts, how his music has managed to break down generational barriers and earn a permanent place in the public's collective memory, demonstrating that its impact is real, lasting, and highly respected. Finally, this analysis makes it clear that Jungkook's success is not accidental, but rather the result of a well-defined artistic vision that rose to the occasion of a global event. Every time we hear people outside the music industry recognize Dreamers as an essential song, we understand why it's considered one of the most memorable moments in our artist's career. It is compelling proof that when talent is combined with a powerful message, the result is a work that continues to resonate strongly, inspiring millions of people to never stop believing in their own dreams, just as he projected that day in Qatar.